Hello. Um, oops. It's been a little bit of a while. When was the last time I played Warframe? It would have been when Ember Heirloom released. Sorry. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie poopsie. I made a little fucky wucky. I will turn this down a little bit. Not that little bit. I'm just freaking out because I opened something. I don't want it too loud, but I don't want it too quiet. I want people to hear the music, just in case I go nonverbal like an idiot. These are fine. Just pause it. Don't try to run. Wait. I am rusty as shit. I don't even know. There's a new quest. I know that. What do we have here? New prologue quest for what's going on in 1999. Have to be what? Yeah, Whisper in the Walls. Sevagoth. I don't care. I'm not a big fan of Sevagoth anyway. Epitaph Prime. Hell yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna farm for. Also Nautilus. I guarantee you. There's like a 50-50 chance that my Nautilus video gets more views again. Revenant, Phantasma, and Tatsu are gone. Test position, some fixes, some more skins. Innate enemy sense on open landscapes. Yeah, this literally doesn't matter to me. Prove yourself. Talking loose. Uncommon Void Relics from 1 to 2, that's nuts. Easier mirror defense, thank God. Fix some muffling. Oh. Some optimization, this is very good. Some fixes, nothing big, really. That's unfortunate, but we run it. So yeah. It's been a minute. My God has it. Let me move my little hair bow here so it's less in the mic way. I haven't streamed in how long now? While this just loads up. Let's open YouTube here. Yes, I use Opera GX. I got tired of Chrome eating my fucking thing. Live. It has been 2 months. Oh my God, that's right, because the last time I streamed was Jade release. Oh my God. When did Warframe and Meta hit 11,000 views? That's a dog shit video. I should redo that. Saren hit 600. Dude, Mesa flatlined. That actually kind of killed my motivation. I'm gonna be real. Nidus did really good. And Jade did okay. I'm used to like every other video being dog shit. Like Protea Prime did 2K, Eurelian Korra did bad, but then I talked about the supposed armor changes, which there's a lot to talk about there. Haro did 200, Mag did 2K, Hounds bombed, Jade kind of did okay, and then Nidus blew up. Typically like he does in-game. Is this just on my end? It might just be loud on my end. Let me sign in. There's no way the last thing I did was record the Mesa video. I also bought the Ember Heirloom because that's just the kind of person I am. 50% off my next platinum purchase. Yowie. I'm not doing that. That's the button, right? This is the button? Haha, that's the button. Welcome to looking for a game to capture. Is this not set on auto? Nope, it is. Okay. Hello. Officially. Hello. Ember Heirloom. I haven't had my SO look over the color designs and stuff like that. But we're definitely gonna do. I gotta like actually sit down and play the game so that we can discuss colors. What's the typical energy? I think it looks good. I'm a big fan of it. God, what do I even do? What am I gonna talk about? I guess I can just do random runs because we have some new shit to grab. I have to farm a ton of relic packs actually. Shit, dude. So, I don't need dog days stuff. I didn't even realize that was still going on. I have 600 flat. Where the fuck did I get that? Can I see the weapons? Can I see? Ooh, yo! The shoulder pads throw me off a little bit, but that's a gorgeous design. The head's a little weird too. Looks like a corpus. I think that's the point there, right? Noggles. I don't even. Can I see Epo Prime? I want to see what the ratio on those are because it's been a little bit. Epitaph Prime. 50% status. So what? They didn't really. Quick shot, charge shot, 50% blast cold. Oh, it's just more heavily weighted. 8 meters. 10 meters is kind of really good though. I'll be honest. Yeah, that's 10. An increase of the blast radius really helps. I forgot they changed blast. Doesn't really fix the problems with it. Verglass. I don't think this would. Nah, it would pop up in companions. Verglass here, 8%, 34, 14, 36. Not gigantically, but you can definitely push bigger numbers with it. Neat. And Nautilus itself actually kind of looks good. I wish I could rotate this, but from the picture here, that looks pretty good. Holy. Maybe I'll play Ember because I have the skin. Shall we workshop a thing real quick so that when my SO gets home, they can look and call me stupid? I don't like the black primary. I think like where's the Ember one? Oh, these are all like matte. Ugh. I guess a lot of this is gonna be matte. That looks a little better though. Always gold on the accents because they look good. Oh, that's not even the accents. This is good to be a different color. That's way too bright. Smoky? That's just the pink looks out of place. I'm gonna get called a color theory fucking nightmare. That's what I'm shooting for right now. If it wasn't matte, I think I'd be happier with some of these colors. I could also just go like white accents. It's not bad. Color theory nightmare though, I'll admit. Also, Does that come with its own armor things? Oh, okay. So I guess there hasn't been any weapon updates, huh? That's kind of disappointing, actually. Taking a critical chance. That's probably why I was running a good critical weapon. We can just run something. Sheesh. God, I don't even know. What's, like, good anymore? Did I ever max out the Kuva Sobek? I did. We can run that. Viral heat. Probably gonna be what's going on. Irana. Okay. Holy. I don't even have an excuse for why I've been going. I just hadn't wanted to play the game, and I've been, like, worried about coming back, I guess. I just, like, haven't really... I haven't had the motivation to play. Like, I cleared Jade, and now this update just has, like, nothing going on. Oh no, I'm going to miss out on... nothing, really, actually. Was there a Sobek? Next multi-shot increase per shot landed with max. Oh, I do have to get that. How far am I? Holy. Okay. Play a glyph. I guess I'll just play. Yeah, that's a rare thing now. This is all Steel Path stuff. Doing Neo defense, I guess. Was I on private? No, okay, play like a better character, I guess. Play the funny Mesa. Shying. Yeah, well. I guess I'll just crack some Rev Prime Relics. Rue, Kildren, Rev. Holy shit. That's rank K5. Yeah, I haven't really played any Warframe. Shift tab this shit real quick. What? Oh, that's the airline page. Yeah. Am I on the wrong? I have no idea what fucking settings I'm on. The wrong ones is the answer, I mean. I might have to pop up Razer Synapse. I have no idea what fucking settings I'm on, actually. Oh, I'm even on the wrong pistol settings. It's not that big of a deal. Weird Haro thing going on there, I guess. Yeah, my Synapse is all messed up right now. Oh, that's a shadow. So, in the end, because it's a pretty relevant thing right now, how do I feel about the armor changes? Because clearly I stopped playing the game after them. I think they're healthy. Some people are just like really weird about them for some reason. Some people are just like, no, like it has to be this way because there's a magic to it. My response to that is, if there's a magic to it, then why is it useful in one real case scenario? Like, at all. Like, that shouldn't The game shouldn't be judged off of only the highest level of play. I'm sorry, as somebody who plays a religious amount of competitive shooters, and is okay mechanically, the game is not going to be balanced around me. It's going to be balanced around the people who, like, the casual audience that plays it. This game is stupid with numbers. Just, like, actually dumb, brainless dumb, right? It has been for years, and it's always going to be, and always has been a problem. All they needed to do was fix the numbers, and they did. And that's final. Like, armor stripping shouldn't have been a thing you do or you just bypass it entirely. Like, I know they buffed shields themselves, which is very interesting, being that they didn't change how Toxin works. So Toxin is still just the best thing against Corpus, but they made Magnetic, like, work as viral but shield. Which I think that inherently spells out a problem with how shields, or viral specifically, is looked at. Viral is such a powerhouse for any, like, faction, and shields were so weak that you would just be able to bypass 90% of the game content with a single affliction, because it just doubled your damage, and if you use slash, it would deal tons and tons of damage through it because of, like, base values and faction damage and shit like that. Genuinely is really unhealthy for the game, and people just, I guess, don't seem to realize that a single thing being like that is unhealthy. But then again, we had this discussion a while back with AoE. AoE had that issue too, where for some reason one singular thing is overtaking every lobby, is making the game genuinely unfun, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you go into a lobby, and somebody had the Kuva Brahma with a fucking, like, 7 multi-shot, running, like, gun buff Gauss or some shit like that, and suddenly, like, you don't play the game. And that's kind of just genuinely, I don't remember my button to go into operator, or it's just not working. I don't think it's working. And that's just so unfun. There's nothing you can do. You're basically being forced to take a back seat in a game, like a multiplayer cooperative shooter. Like, if I wanted to get backpacked, I would just go play, like, high-level Payday 2 gameplay, where there's one guy that can complete the entire heist in under 5 seconds, because once you know what you're doing, it's over. That's not fun for a looter shooter where a lot of the time you're going to be in matches forever. Also, I really wish I was on the correct build. I even, like, double-checked, like, my faction damage. That's just not fun. It's really, really not fun. And I don't understand why some people thought AoE... Well, the reason some people thought AoE was fine is because it dominated the meta for so long, because DE is extremely slow at making sure things get fixed. Oh, because I haven't popped into operator. I don't remember my operator key button. I'm not even on Vazarin either. Insane. I am just built better, more feminine, I guess. She chose me! But that's just not fun. Are they gonna stay or not? Okay. Like, it's just not fun. And I brought it up, I think in my... Oh, no, it's actually an unpublished video. I was, like, really, really complaining that we're stuck doing, Viral Slash. Just Viral Slash every time, with no particular, like, rhyme or reason. There's no, like, oh, specifically you should be doing this here when, like, there's other things that you can use for this. It was just Viral Slash. Oh, it's an enemy with shield? Just keep shooting at them. Shields are extremely weak. And there you go, they're dead. Go next. So, I don't know. I feel like the game... Guess I'll just quick defend more. The game really hasn't gone past that. Especially because... Vital Heat, there we go. Is the Rhino Warframe still available? Yes. Yes, it is. Or in Prime Resurgence. Neja Octavia. Next. Ember Rhino. Daemon Actor. I kind of want to get Limbo, but there's literally no time I would play him. Because he's just not a good character. Hot take. I know. Hot take. Limbo is a troll pick everywhere. Just so unfortunate. Do I have any Limbo? I have his chassis, Near Opt. Limbo. Wait. Oh, I need his. I need his chassis. Okay. Oh, well then I'm going to roll for him. Well, my first stream back is just me ranting and raving for fucking how long? But no, like we keep hitting the event horizon of Warframe where your optics, systems, Limbo Prime Blueprint, Limbo Prime Chassis. We're just gonna drop. Is there another one? Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna drop all 6. We're gonna go do mesas. Optics, Dog Days. Oh yeah, new thing Koami and the 5 souls or whatever. Exterminate, sabotage. I guess I could do conjunction survival. That's about that. What's in standard? Capture. Void Cascade. Alchemy, so nothing. I guess I'll just do conjunction then. Gotta make sure I was reading these right. But I don't know. I'm of the opinion that things that shake up the game, is extremely important. Hold on. Eliminating cabins is no. Correct. To go through the machine. And also, it may mess it up. Sorry. Work stuff. But, I don't know. Do I specifically have a problem with the changes? No, because I enjoy the game being accessible for players. That's it. That's all. Like this is my problem that I've run into. Is that guy is 34? Holy shit! I've been kind of slacking. This is like my issue. Is I had somebody I was trying to get into the game that can't get into the game because the game is like way too difficult for newcomers to get into. Like, let's not even go, oh well, it's balanced for people who commit. Yeah, but the problem is now, because they made it easier for new players to commit, now old players are leaving because a lot of them are just whiny. Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't want to be mean, but dude, the change barely affects you. At most, all it does is fix a key problem that should have been fixed when Steel Path got released, like 5 years ago. It hasn't been that long, but I'm exaggerating for dramatic effect. Like, I'm sorry, the game just isn't... It shouldn't fundamentally be designed for the people that sit in a game for like hours on end. Because DE has even mentioned, like taken action against people who sit in runs for a while. Like, level cap is, while it is possible, it's classified as one of like the least needed things in the game. I'm not saying that right, But a lot of people who are like, oh, well, they shouldn't have changed it, and they shouldn't have done this and that. Didn't I just grab health orbs? There we go. Like, a lot of people who are complaining about the armor changes are people who are like, well, this ruins level cap. And it's like, okay, the fringe 0.01% of players who play on level cap are now disappointed that the game is easier for everybody else. DE isn't going to listen. Like, I'm just going to keep it a buck, and I'm going to be honest. DE is not going to listen to that kind of ideology, because that doesn't make sense, you know? With that aside, I inflicted gas damage. I can't tell if that was me or my hound. Like, I'm sorry. The game isn't designed for you to sit in a game for, like, 9 hours. Let's just be honest. I know level cap is faster than that. Get it, dramatic effect. But, like, this game shouldn't be designed around you doing that. Like, runs like that used to be very unstable. I mean, they still fucking are, but that's besides the point. Oh, they all died. Interesting. I have no idea. Saren just pressed a button. And... oh, she's using Blade. Shut. Mystic Bond, yippee! My favorite ability. Should really be using this. But, like, I'm sorry, the game shouldn't be built for a single player. Like, if 1,000 players are complaining that the game is too hard, and 2 players are saying that, no, the game is now too easy. What? Huh? Why is he listed as Protector Stalker? Am I missing something? Did I miss, like, an update or something? Was this, like, hidden in the patch notes? What's going on? I mean, being that he's not marked, I'm just going to ignore the fact that he exists. I think somebody's using... Gloom. Kind of slowing our kill feed down here. Holy. But again, like... if 2 players out of 1,000 are complaining that, no, the game is too easy, and the other group is saying, no, it's way too hard, are we going to listen to the 2 players? No. Because that's not how it works in any other game. It's only the people who literally have nothing else to do that are complaining about these changes. I'm sorry. Like, I played this game for, like, I binge play this game when I start to play it. I haven't been playing it recently because I got better games to play. I was playing Valorant. I'm enjoying playing Valorant with my friends on console now because, fun fact, other games exist. That's just it. If you have a problem with the game, you don't have to play it. Like, that's it. That's all. Like, this guy's fine. I'm sorry. But the people who are complaining about it and saying, oh, this update killed the game for me. Dude, anything would kill the game for you. Like, this is one of the best changes they could have fundamentally made to the game systems. And you are complaining because, specifically for you, the game is no longer fun. Like, I can't... Like, I play competitive shooters, right? This is a fucking stupid brag. I peak masters in Overwatch, right? Like mid-low masters in Overwatch. So, like, I get competitive balancing. I can realize when I'm reading a patch notes and I'm like, wow, that looks a little strong. That it's probably, I don't remember the number of this, Limbo. Limbo. Like, I can realize when I'm reading the patch notes and I'm like, wow, this is either going to break the game or it's going to fix something fundamental. And I'm sorry, but fundamentally fixing the game should be celebrated, not insulted and said, well, now the game's ruined. I'm sorry that the game is ruined specifically for you because you feel that way, you know? Can you not run away from me? Hello? Thank you. Like, it's so... It was so frustrating to see a lot of that discourse just going around, just various, like, forum stuff. And I know people are going to be like, oh, well, like, where's your sources on finding that? And I mean, like, you could just look around! Some of the more extreme... Oh, that's my button. What the fuck? Something might have fixed on my keyboard, I'm not sure. But, like, some of the more... Not, like, I don't want to call the YouTubers, like, underground. But, like, they basically just up and quit the game. I would check right now, but also I can't really stop what I'm doing. But no, I'm sorry. The game shouldn't be built around the few people. I mean, I like, even for example, when I made my Protea video, I had people, like, literally, like, I've deleted their comments, obviously, because it's not tangentially related or anything like that. I had people literally tell me to quit the game and shut the fuck up. Like, I had people literally telling me to shut the fuck up or die for making a video about Protea because I was passionate about something. It's insane. And granted, it's very... That should... Yeah, I was about to say, that should be Fenmore. It's fucking insane. People are just genuinely very spiteful. And it's not... Well, I'm not going... Well, it's just a... it's just a Warframe thing. No, it's like... It's every game. People on the internet are extremely hostile nowadays. It's fucking insane. Love what Among Us did for us. Really throwing me out of whack and shit? Okay. Like... It's everywhere, but I was under the impression when I started making content, and I know, if you go back and watch the Warframe and Meta video, I'm a rambling fucking idiot. Like, I'm socially awkward all of the time, and I'm using YouTube, and I'm using video essays and these build videos to, like make myself more confident. Like, I genuinely am. I'm a better public speaker now and shit like that, and I know this isn't really related. But, like, I using YouTube as a way to be more confident in my speech and shit like that, and I realized the Warframe and Meta video is genuinely not a good video. I rambled a lot. I didn't really actually conclusively make my point, and some of my friends, including my SO, are like, hey, just remake it because you're a better public speaker. Just know what you're talking about this time. And I was thinking about it, but also the reception to... Again, I had to delete comments on it. The reception to my thoughts on the upcoming armor changes video, some of them are just genuinely just mean. Like, mean-spirited, not talking about the game and just attacking me. And I know that's an internet thing, but also, when I started making shit for this game, I wasn't actually expecting to just be randomly attacked for it. And that honestly, genuinely has killed my motivation for it. As well as people just ignoring, like, okay, I am autistic, right? I mean, come on, my character sprite to show when I'm talking and that I am a fucking tuber is quite literally a character from a fucking 20-year-old game, right? I am autistic. Some people notice that, and I appreciate them for it because it's very funny to see other people talk about it. It's not something I thought was in the realm of possibility. But I speak very specifically. I'm not... Like an example, when I made the Nihilus video, a lot of people were bringing up that I said Kalervo's kit is kind of based around his overguard as a mechanic, and somebody was just like, actually, his entire kit isn't based around it. And I'm like, his survival. Him surviving is based around it. And not that his entire kit is based off of it, but in the context of the video, I was talking about his survivability is based off of it. What the fuck? Like, very good carrot. What? Oh, that's right, because this is Varuna mission. This is Wolf Girl. I should get Varuna again. But, like, no, I was in context, it makes sense. When you pull it out of context and you're using it as a talking point against me, like, I don't... There's another one. Like, I don't know what to say to that. You're just being mean-spirited and you're not, like, actually having discussion. That's why I make these videos and that's why I stream and stuff like that, is because I like having discussion on this kind of stuff. And it was one of those things where, even during the Ember video, a lot of people were just like, well, just use her as a gun buff. She's not a caster anymore. And it's like, okay, but you can see why fundamentally, as I'm ranting about it, why I think that's a problem. Like, I'm not insane for being annoyed that a character has had her entire identity taken from her, right? Oh, I'm out of energy. Dumb. Like, that's my problem. A lot of the time is I feel like people just don't understand what I say. And this is very funny because I'm just fucking ranting now. But the community is so set in its specific ways. Like, first off, I am thankful for everybody who has subscribed, everybody who listens to me rant, bitch, complain, whatever. Because, you know, I don't really do stuff on the internet. My social presence, if you can't tell by my upload schedule, is fucking pitiful. And streaming's pretty much... Hello! And streaming's pretty much the way I, like, have a social presence. But... God, where was I? What? Standing back there, I guess. But some people are just really, really weirdly mean-spirited about stuff. And that kind of... I just kind of, like, stepped back for a minute and was like, okay, I'm just gonna do my own thing for a little while and come back. Because, genuinely, the current state of the game was a little rough when Jade released. So, I figured I'd sit back. I just stole that Ashes kill. I hope he wasn't trying to set anything up. I just took a step back, bided my time a little bit, and I'm probably gonna try and make videos again. I just don't know where to go from now. I'm not a big Sevagoth player, so making a video about him wouldn't really be good. And also, it's really hard to compete in this scene, I'll be honest. Hello. Very hard to compete in this scene, because you have, like, people with, like, their stuff is in-game, their stuff is in-game, like, their glyphs and stuff like that. Actually, I have to do that. Ah. Let's grab those. So just one drag where they are comfortable. Yeah, it definitely feels like that a lot. Especially when you start to talk about, like, meta-defining stuff. People really, really like their one way. And, like, the AoE nerfs were a very big thing. I mean, granted, they could have released them better. I'm not saying the AoE nerfs were completely justified. Some weapons are just genuinely very, very hard to use, unless you're using, like, specific setups. Gauss Infinite Ammo comes to mind for, like, the Brahma and the Tsar. Because genuinely, using them outside of that is insane. But furthermore, I mean, some things are just like... I don't want to drop, like, YouTubers' names by... because that feels, like, weird and disrespectful because I don't know them. But, like, you got your popular ones like Nightmare Frame and stuff like that, Grind Hard Squad, people like that. It's really hard to get in to creating content for this. I mean, I even took a shot by just one day irritatedly after doing my weekly fucking, what's it called? The oh my god, I don't even remember what it's called anymore. The Sanctum Anatomica stuff. I had done that, and I was irritated because I got, like, really bad loot drops, and every frame that I had seen that night, I need to get up. Gets up? Gets up? Mesa? I'm gonna die here, aren't I? I can't do anything. There we go. That is insane. I've never had that happen before. It's just extremely hard to get into it. Especially because everybody's just of this preconceived notion, and /viral getting at least a little bit of tweaking where, oh yeah, like armor stripping's viable, and you can use other elements now because they have an applicable damage bonus, and their auxiliary effects are actually pretty good. Again, the magnetic changes basically just shows that viral is way too strong, so we made viral too, but only for shields. That's okay. Like, I don't have a primary complaint about that, but that does show that they don't really know how to balance around the fact that one thing is so strong that it dwarfs everything else. But I mean, how do you balance around viral without just removing it from the game? Genuinely, there's not really a good way of doing so. What's that flash? Oh, that was the Oculus thing. Like, genuinely, oh, come on. Did I don't remember if I do need that now. Like, there's not a way to balance around viral. There really isn't. I mean, even right now I'm using it because it's just that strong. Even against Corpus units, which has different things. Are these guys staying? Because if they are, I'll keep going. Then I will always change. Last is insane at the moment, but it's the new shiny. Literally, yeah. It looks like Blast is pretty good. It looks like the holy, you guys are having fun here. I wasn't expecting all of them to spawn here. It basically looks like the Kuva Sobek acid shells, just extremely amped up. So, but I mean, how many new shinies do we ever have? Like, can you stop teleporting around? Thank you. Gloom. I mean, even Nourish. Nourish got nerfed because it was the new shiny. And there's fundamentally the issue, is that when you're balancing the game around the Helminth system, or not balancing the game around the Helminth system, but when the game is balanced for, oh, this one specific character has this, but then you give it to other characters. I hate Banes, but the new Elementalist mods that fix. Surprised how little. They're really good. Oh yeah. Even the ones that lock your semi-auto fire rate and then like multiply your damage, or it might be additive. I might be wrong. I haven't really taken a good look at them. They're insanely good. Even just substituting Bane mods with Roar fixes a lot of that issues too, especially because of now they made double dipping more viable. They've made basically every faction only being limited to like 4 is insanely healthy for the game. But again, you'll have the people complaining that like, but Warframe isn't like that, and it's like, okay, well, you're not the one making it. You're not the one that has to decide whether or not they want to keep community support overall, or if you want one negligible bit of content to still be viable. Oh, that guy was host. That's very unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. Go for that Serenade Runa. Roar's so good. It's genuinely busted. Like, especially now that, like, Eclipse is still okay. Can I roll? Thank you. Like, Eclipse is still okay, but overall, I do think the Helminth nerf kind of messed with it because they made it like a toggle hold, which I don't have a problem with. Anything that makes Mirage better is good in my opinion. Because she was really rough for a long time. Mainly because the values were being shown wrong, and they weren't actually being given their proper, like, values. So, unless you're using it for the damage reduction, which is still very good. I mean, 75% is insane, especially if you're throwing it on with other, the double dip on gloves. Oh yeah, like, so there's like, there's good things in the game, but like Gloom broke it, Nourish broke it, and now I guess Blast is good, which is good because Blast was literally a troll element for like 10 years straight. So I'm impartial on a lot of the changes because I've tried to get new players into this game, but getting them through the hurdle of, oh yeah, this guy has this armor, so they have to get like hit with this, so you have to use this and this, and then for these guys you do this, and now it's just shown as, oh yeah, if you use this you get a 1.5 times multiplier. Full stop. Also, I think we're about to fail this. Mania, can you piss yourself? Thank you. I should have rolled. The music stopped because I'm pretty sure I didn't have my shit on shuffle. Can't actually, there we go. Fuck. Like, I don't want this to be misconstrued as I don't like this game, because I do. Like, I've spent a lot of money on it, and I've spent a lot of time on it. I roll, thank you. But also, I don't know. I think the community itself is having a... Is that the Critical Strike ash smoke? Is that what I saw? But the community just really, really likes their one shiny thing, and anything other than that, they're really, really not happy with. And I don't think they'll ever be happy with it. So, I stay in my lane. I've played this game a lot. Oh, there's it was like Viral Tempest and Pillage, Reef Surge, Breach Surge, Lycans, Live Building, then add on top of them. Yeah. Granted, actually, they got better with it. Some of the new frame, like Dante's a really good example where a lot of his kit has to work together, so subsuming anything off basically makes him, oh, he has to be built for a jack of all trades. Ah, damn. Viral Tempest is insanely good. I love that. I love using it on, like, Trinity. Zephyr is insane with it. Breach Surge is super, super good. Just straight up damage multiplier. It's really good on Limbo, if I'm correct, because it, like, chains together through the void. So, Lycanth's Hunt is super good on Korra. I don't know if I still have that build, though. I know I showed it off in the video, but... But a lot of old frames don't really have the opportunity of being just their original kit. Like, Nyx has 2 dead abilities, Loki has 2 dead abilities, unless you build around one of them, which, if I'm correct, people are talking about Trinity and Nyx both getting reworks. I don't know if they showed anything about that. I don't watch the live streams because, quite frankly, I have a full-time job. Mesa Prime, 108 Void. War itself, that is insane. Too bad that's extremely common. Get me out of this. Thank you, GG. But, like, I don't per se... Pablo did mention rework coming for those 2. Awesome. That's good. That's very good. We need more healthy changes to the game. Let me see here. Is this what I'm thinking it is? What if I can't play this now? Why not? Okay. But that's good. Like, characters who are struggling should have reworks. I mean, Volt and Mag are... It's insane that they're still viable as they are. Do you still have that Korra build? Yeah, Lycath's on. With the Cedo, or just like in general. Dorklave's really good too. Would recommend that. Especially with the Hound, because Hound with the shock stick works. I love tasing people. Yeah, I had it's insane that people don't realize how good Mag is. It's just too bad that she's better as like a Grineer killer than a Corpus killer, which is very ironic. I'll play Korra, who cares? Actually. What do I have on this build? Depends on what it is. Barrage. What is this? Good. Mark for Death. Thermal. This didn't really work. Barrage, Link. Calling Guard, Abating, Viral. I don't have Arcane Blade Charger. The armor point, headshot kills, mini frozen. I don't remember. Oh god. I have not played in long enough. What's cost? The Tonkor. Alma, Uneru. Yeah, sure. But I don't know. It was very hard getting into this community because like I can make a video about Protea all I want, and granted, you know what, I'm gonna do some quick maths here because I can just easily open up my browser. Let's see. This guy... Clearly CC's hype up the new shinies, but as someone that started 2 years ago, the older frames are insane. Mirage, Gyre, and Equinox are... Oh yeah. I think Equinox needs an update, definitely, which is very funny. But... Oh yeah, dude, this guy hasn't... I was bad about it. This guy's even worse about it. He hasn't posted content in like 3 months. I know I'm bad with posting, but like I can make a video about Mag all I want, right? Because I mean I did, and I do appreciate that had a lot of support, though it did have a lot of people yelling at me too. Buffer, she clearly needs it. Yeah. It's just the pace of the game's faster. Equinox was built for a lot slower of a game. Oh, that's not a bad thing. It does definitely not help her. Let's see, Protea, 2.6k. That's pretty good, all things considered. But I did have like people like fuming because I mentioned nobody wants to do the Grandum Void because the Grandum Void is just kind of boring as shit and gambling for a standard frame, first off, is insane. And somebody was just like pretty perturbed about that. Was there anything I held for? No, okay. But like I posted that video and it got some good traction, and then somebody else posted it and got like quadruple. Does it rely on Terrified, to be frank? Yeah.
But she's really good. She has a lot of open possibilities. This is like a lot of older frames are like very flexible with the subsume system. But like Hydroid had fundamental kit issues. Nyx has fundamental kit issues, especially with the fact that like half of her interesting stuff are
locked behind the fact that this is what I think of this. I don't even know what I'm doing now that I'm thinking about it. Can I see what this is? How? Slash viral heat radiation. I mean, sure. What's this? Oxen Blast. 30% base damage after 10 stacks or on death stay. Sure. We'll just do that then, because, yeah. Are you meant to be a puddle? Yeah. Honestly, if it was like if they made the wave crash ability like a tap hold to become puddle, it would have been fine. But removing it entirely kind of just feels like that was one of the biggest things about Hydroid, just funny puddle dude. Hydroid. But now, like, what, this one? Yeah, Tidal Surge. Like, if this was a tap hold, granted, I know they were removing tap hold from a lot of his kit, because all of his abilities were tap hold. But even just something as simple as that, like, just, oh yeah, you either crash through or you drain but go under. There was no reason to just fully up and remove it. I feel like that was kind of mean, especially because like a lot of people who played Hydroid really liked being puddle. So I feel like removing that was just kind of like, all right. There was definitely ways around that, you know. Survival against the Murmur. What even are the Murmur weak to? I don't even remember. Isn't it like? Well, that's infested. Wait, what? Oh, electric radiation. Sure. That's easy to do, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like removing it just kind of it strips a part of their identity away. And it's like, what? Oh, I didn't press upgrade. What is this? Viral heat radiation puncture? Is this because it's innate? Yeah, I have innate radiation on this. Okay, well, I have too many things on that for me to really want to take it apart. But I can get into like, oh my god, I forgot I had a 60% Sobek. Corrosive, viral radiation, heat, corrosive heat. Multi-shot damage, critical damage? Really, I released my... I guess this is because I'm just multi-shot. I don't really use this for anything else. I gotta remember how to make radiation quick. But, I don't know, it just feels kind of... Sunshine shot, kill, weapon recall... Sure. Like, we can do other things rather than just removing some fun parts of kits. Radiation, super high. Wow, this even deals more damage than my actual build. That's kind of... That hurts, actually. Oh, but I can do one or the other. Hold on. I'm just gonna do that because funny galvanized mods. Does hurt. But why do I still have heat? Oh, because it's innate. Shit, I didn't think about that. Hold on, I'm kind of dumb. I really don't need that. Some of this game, you don't have to be really effective. You can wisp my Wisp is so good as a melee frame. Oh my god. Blast electric. Alright, I feel stupid. Like, I'm looking at this and I think I know what I'm doing. When did I take this out? How much does that hurt my damage? Not actually a lot because I'll get the multiplicative bonus. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's fine. But Like a lot of the best builds I have are just like meme builds, like this Tempest Barrage, Trinity. I mean, what else do I have? Marked for Death is super good. I was trying something with Thermal Surge, but it just wasn't worth my time, honestly. I don't know. People just don't want to try fun things. I mean, Nyx was like a gamble. Like I played Nyx thinking, well, I'll just like play a few rounds as her, make a video on it, and then I like played her like a week straight, and I didn't play any other frame. I subsumed 2 of her abilities off on different builds because 2 of them are just aren't useful. But like, people just really like the press 1 button and things die approach, which I don't blame them. I mean, I have a full-time job too, but I play this game because I like making a build that feels substantive. Like, I feel like I have a lot more agency in my gameplay rather than just 1 button. Granted, there's nothing bad about like 1 button kill all characters. Somebody funny broken. Let's try next with the rework is announced. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like fully redo her, honestly. I don't think my build is going to stand the test of time once they rework her. I love that I picked Tempest Barrage on a fucking... not right. I highly doubt either of my builds are going to be even. I guarantee you one of the first things they're removing with Trinity rework is the Marked for Death combination. I guarantee it. There's no way that exists outside of that iteration, or this iteration. Ow, why is my... this feels like it's firing so slow. So... I don't even know where I cast that. Oh, I cast it into a wall. Am I 5? Okay. Chorus 2 broken. I only use her if I... be the invincible frame. Oh, yeah. I rarely play Korra because I just can't stand sitting there and doing that. I love the whole, like, gimmick of stat sticks and whatever. But she's like... oh, I'm sorry. Were you doing something? He was just staring at that guy. I didn't even, like, register it. But at the same rate... also, God, her durations could be fixed. Oh, I hope that's one of the things they changed. Like, at least Valkyr, like, you gotta do some stuff. Like, there's a downside to using it. Korra, there's no downside to placing a cage, getting everything CC'd, and then instantly killing them all with a single button press at late stages. Especially when, what's it called? Rolling Guard exists. Because you just roll or op out, and you're fine. Oh my god, this slow field is killing me. I don't know. I just, I haven't really had the motivation to do stuff on this game. I was thinking about making content for other things, but I'm not particularly good at everything I do. I feel like that's just like the honest statement is I can like I'm not that bad at other games, right? But the book is just here. Interesting. But I don't know what game I would end up going to if I had an opportunity. Because I'm not like a professional player or anything on anything. I work a fucking full-time job. So, as much as I would love to stream every day and order DoorDash when I'm hungry, I do have to go to work eventually. Not today, though. I am off. That's why I'm streaming. For once. Do video and test the waters. You won't know until you try. Yeah. I should. I wanted to do a... Why am I getting a mercy prompt? I didn't know that was a thing for those. I wanted to do a video on Lost in Vivo, which is like a pretty dated game now, I think. Which is very funny, because when I played it, it wasn't. Explode. My fellow Americans. So, I might end up actually committing to that. I gotta record the footage, store it all on a USB drive, edit it together. Like, actual, like, editing stuff. So, I think I've gotten pretty good at the whole public speaking thing. So, I don't think it would be that bad. But it's also hard to tell the demographic of what's going on because things move so fast. So, like, maybe next patch is going to be insane, you know? And, I mean, it's like a 50-50 chance, I think. And then just do a video on that. See if the new frame's good. I can probably purchase them day one. It's not like it's that big of a deal. I hope the new Lich weapons are good for the infested stuff. If that was true. I don't actually remember if that was true or not. I just kind of saw people talking about the boy band and romance thing, and I was like, oh, that seems like we have the new Lich stuff. Finally. What is going on? I have not been paying attention to what the fucking fish has been telling me. So, I don't know. I should actually, please. Yes! Let's go!
I think I burned 5 relics doing that. Also, God, Sanctum on Anatomica, please stop tanking my FPS. I can see my avatar moving slower.
I'll just polish this last radiant off.
Should the OP please nerf?
Knowing the track record on Lich weapons, that'll take like 5 years, so getting in the long haul for if you're not using that, you're throwing. Can't tell if I'm actually one-shotting these guys or I'm just getting lucky. So, I don't know. Hopefully the next patch is good. I would like to talk about it, but until then, I can't really make a judgment. I made a judgment on the armor changes before they came out because I was hearing about them. And I just wanted to get like general thoughts out, and that was not received very well. So I don't think I'll be doing that again. Where is Malice? Huh? I'm pressing the wrong fucking button to do this. Why do you look like that? But also, the only reason I'm hesitant about next update, other than the romance thing that I'm genuinely not interested in, I am not that affectionately starved. The only thing I'm worried about is it's another open world thing. I agree with this. Alright, resurgent before it goes. Yeah, that's when I just finally got it, so. Cool to stop in. Have a good one, man. My only hope for the new thing, because, I mean, we're still missing an Orb Mother, I think, right? For Fortuna? That's probably never coming out, I'll be honest. But I do hope that this new one, because they seem to be really, really happy with it, I hope that it's full in content. We're not going to be waiting on anything. We're not going to be worried about anything. Because Duviri, I'll be honest, other than, like, the Incarnon weapons fundamentally defining the game, for a little while. Incarnon Sobek when, please? Or the Tigress. The Tigress would be cool. But it'd probably just be another grenade launcher, and I'm tired of grenade launchers. I do want, and I do hope that we don't run into another... Oh, hi, Jade Eximus. Oh, you're actually not scary anymore. They nerfed you like 3 times in a row. Get back here. Yeah, that's right. That doesn't get abandoned and isn't just content bloat. So, here's hoping. This is crossing our fingers, honestly. Update looks cool. I mean, the cool bike thing that's going on. But again, Duviri is probably one of my least favorites. What's it called? Open worlds? I just don't enjoy any of the side activities. Like, just pop that right now. Lathorn on W. I forgot those. Like people need this. Oh my god! Wait, my melee kind of go nutty. What the fuck? Yeah, buddy. Holy! What the fuck was I feeding this thing? I just blew all my combo. But I don't know. All I can hope for is that the next content update is pretty good, and I can talk about it. Because, quite frankly, I'm not a big fan of Sevagoth. I think Sevagoth is just not an interesting character. The only good thing in Sevagoth's kit is the fact that he has Gloom, like, innate. Like, that's the only good thing I can really say about him. Will be added in Koemi, considering it's launched with a new Warframe. I'm just hoping the Warframe ain't, like, needs to be patched up, like, with subsuming and stuff like that. Because Dante was honestly really good. I think people underestimated how good Jade was as well. Jade's such a strong character. Just, she's a little bit of everybody, and I think I mentioned that in the video I made. She's like part Equinox, she's part, like, she has Gloom in like a cone with armor stripping and stuff like that. She's really good. Just fun, like, if it's not broken on release, people don't really play them. Dante was extremely broken on release with fundamental status things that were making him way better than he should have been. Overguard is really good now. Oh, come on, I'm right there. Overguard's really good now, and they made it easier for, like, Nidus Limbo, or not Limbo, yeah. Nidus, Chroma, Kalervo, and Inaros to do. Honestly, hate the helmets. It's a band-aid. It is, and that's. I wish a lot more people realize that it shouldn't be just based off of, oh, you can use the helmet system to fix them. Like Ember. I wish they would just rework her again, because a lot of her kit just kind of got like dumpstered. Banshee got dumpstered too. Banshee's like a good weapons platform with sonar, but genuinely, I feel like she could just be better, just in general. Sobek, Pyrona. Cat, what do you want? Come here.
Okay, don't grab onto my arm warmers.
You want meow? If you meow, I'll give you treats. He's not going to. He doesn't like speaking when I'm holding him in front of something.
Okay, buddy, calm down. But no, like, the Hellman system shouldn't be... What are you doing? Yes, I know. I'm working on it, bud. Like, the Hellman system shouldn't be the reason a frame becomes viable. Ember shouldn't have been left in an unplayable state just because the Hellman system existed. It doesn't allow cool combinations of stuff. I'm a big fan of the Korra Lycat's Hunt thing, using a hound to make it very accessible to get those buffs because of some of the pet rework stuff, which was really good. The pet rework was really good. It's just unfortunate that there's just generally better things they could have done with it. Like, some companions just aren't going to be good. And some people are like, oh, look at this really niche build for, like, Worm. And I'm like, okay. Alright. Skyfire. Which build is this? I might have to pop up Razor.
Pillage. Guardian. Yeah, this is good. Love that little indicator. Slow, narrow-minded, pelt, gloom, infinite. We'll just use pillage. That's fine. Sobek, Glaive, Piranha. Yeah. With Vaz. But, like, some characters' kits just fundamentally aren't good without it. And that doesn't feel good as a player, having to just... Oh, I should build that before I go anywhere. Because, like, when I made my Ember video, a lot of people were like, well, just Helminth over this one, because that ability just isn't good, so just Helminth it. And it's like, well, I don't want to. That's it. Like, oh, I gotta do Argon stuff. Like, I don't want to Helminth an ability onto her. I want the character I own, you know? I guess I just have to... Mott. I have this iteration of the character that I really like, and I want that to be viable because the character should be complete without the Helminth system. Some frames just fundamentally aren't built without the Helminth system in mind, and it's kind of insane that that's even, like, part of the consideration. Like, even Chroma has that issue. And I love playing this funky little dude, but holy. Am I pressing the wrong button? No? I forgot. I inverted some of the buttons on him. But some characters just fundamentally aren't good without it. Loki's a really good example. You have to change some of his stuff around to make him really, really viable. Why is my energy bar like that? I can probably tank a lot of damage. I'm just being greedy. Goodbye. So, I don't know. I don't think the Helminth system should have been the only thing the developers built around. And I feel like that's a very controversial opinion to have in some forum boards and in discussions. Because the Helminth system is healthy for the game, but also there's just abilities that fundamentally should be reworked. Mesa's one, Ballistic Battery, should just be reworked. Just straight up. That ability is completely useless, even when they had added it to the game. So I don't know where they got the idea that when they did passovers that can stay, or not even just get an augment that makes it, when you charge it fully up, you get like maybe 15 seconds that scales with duration, where you get different and more versatile, what's it called? Like, use out of it. Like, it's like, instead of it being specifically for single burst weapons, which is fine. Single burst weapons aren't actually the demon, believe it or not. But it would be nice for it to be viable. instead of it is just the thing that gets Helminth off. So, I mean, I can go on right now and like ask people on a forum or like, what's the best what's the best way to build this character? And 9 times out of 10, it's Gloom, Pillage, Nourish. Like, there are just some abilities that are fundamentally built better than the rest. Like, why is Volt's subsumable the shock? Like, is anybody going to talk about that? Why is Volt's subsume shock? Which, granted, I know the only reason that that's still there and people are fine with it is because you can do Shock Trooper. I think that's the augment name, where it, like, inflicts shock into your weapon, which is fine, but unquestionable, like Hildren's 4. Yeah, exactly. Like, granted, Balefire is very fun to use, but also, why are we dedicating an entire, like, ability slot to this? Haven's fine. The rest of her kit's fine. It's just really weird that specifically her 4 is probably the weakest part of her kit. And it doesn't even really get looked at, which is weird. Also, I think I'm taking damage for somebody. Like, I will always be of the opinion that if they went back and looked at their reasoning for that, okay. If they went back and looked at their reasoning for nerfing the shit out of Ember, I'm of the opinion that they would just reverse it. But they're not going to look at Ember. Instead, they're going to release her heirloom finally, after a few years, fixing her LOS issues, and then going, well, we fixed it, so it's fine. We're just going to move on. Which is irritating, because that's not exactly what we were asking for. We were asking for the character to be playable. But the iteration of Ember that we originally had would actually be fine nowadays. Like, I think, genuinely, if we inserted original Ember into current day Warframe, I think people would call her underpowered. And that's whack to me. Wrong button. What button am I pressing? I want gun. Like, even Chroma's 4 is wild. And you'll have people that justify it by saying, well, it's a niche use case scenario. And I understand that argument. Like, I'm not arguing that, no, it can't be niche. I don't like niche stuff. Because it can be misconstrued like that pretty easily. I just think, if I can nerf myself, I should get, like, a reward for it, other than credit gain. Like, maybe, you know what, screw it. Instead of just credit gain, give me, like, double resources near it, so I can build, like, a semi-range build. That'd be interesting. But instead, all we have is, it doubles credits, you use it in one very specific thing, and that's it. And it's not even the best iteration of credit farming. Like, the only reason you really run Profit Taker is, like, if you want to, I guess, just run the index. It's like 100 times easier. Run index high dead. Get a credit multiplier. Why are you using Chroma? So, I don't know. There's a good handful of characters just, like, that have fundamentally flawed abilities. Like, one of the biggest things when they do push through the Trinity Nyx update, I do hope what they fix on Trinity is her jank-ass durations. Because, I'm sorry, if I'm pumping the shit out of duration, I'm expecting it to last more than 2 seconds. That's just my personal opinion. I don't understand why my duration for Link is like 20 seconds with a decently high duration stat. Like, Blessing, I'm fine with the 75% DR being, like, a secondary effect. Like, I just got my mouse caught. Like, a secondary effect. It's not actually fundamentally the reason you're using it. It's because of that big burst heal. That 100%, and then you get the damage reduction because it locks you into an animation. But also, Link just kind of sucks. Energy Vampire is fine, mainly because it has the most unique interaction with Marked for Death out there. And her one has, like, some case scenarios. But overall, like, a lot of it just kind of blows. Titania is another one that needs to get looked at. Because why do I have to remember what 4 random icons do that barely have a good effect on my gameplay? Just straight up. Can I just heal? Thank you. Vazarin. I'm a big Vazarin fan. Vazarin. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I feel like Ron needs another look. It's just, at least just commit to the bit. Literally, just commit to the bit. Yeah. God, how long has it been since I've seen an Oberon in my games? Oh my god, it's been a while. At least somebody that wasn't just spamming. What's the ability? The one that lifts down with the little coin and slams. I forget what it's called because I haven't played it in so long. I think fundamentally there's just some frames that are never. There's some frames that will just never be good. Some frames are just fundamentally broken at conception. I mean, Ureli was like that for a while, and then they made Marlena Guardian, and then they made it where you don't have to ride Marlena for the damage reduction, which is insanely good. It makes her so viable. But that took 2 years to do. Like, that was a problem we had for a while, and it only now happened. So I don't know. That feels kind of rough, honestly. You got nerfed. You can't do anything to me anymore because people were complaining about you. Get banished. Like, I remember when I made my, I think it was the Ember video. It was around the time. I don't remember the YouTuber's name. I don't like remembering YouTubers and bringing them up because I feel like I don't know them. That's really weird. A specific YouTuber brought up Loki being probably one of the worst frames in the game. He has one niche scenario, like one of his abilities is useful, the others really aren't. Which is Disarm. Disarm is objectively one of the strongest abilities for like late game, because if an enemy can't shoot at you or gets knocked down, then I mean you just kill them. That's simple as. But at the same rate, when somebody brought that up, they were like, well, we can't make him into a DPS, and it's like, that's a really weird thing to say about this one specific character that's like a hybrid support trickster. Like, it's really weird that characters are being defined by their DPS output, and I feel like that's actually why Jade has gotten overlooked, is people aren't looking, hi, what are you doing? People aren't looking at her as like a support hybrid, where she has some like unique scenarios, she can pull off a lot of cool stuff. But people are like, oh, well, she doesn't deal, like, 10 fartillion damage, therefore is bad. And they just leave it at that. Which, Jade's probably, like, when I was making the Jade video, I actually stopped making it at, like, a portion. I don't think I grabbed any, like, good footage. Because I was just genuinely, like, on my off time, loving playing her. I love her kit. It feels really good to play. Some of the duration stuff can probably be fixed, and I'm genuinely interested to see like what kind of augments we can get for her, if they give any at all, because they've been kind of slacking on that, actually. We haven't gotten any decent augments within the past little bit, I feel. But I feel like a lot of frames just genuinely need just some love and care. Like, at least to bring them up without people looking and saying, oh, just Helminth. I don't want to Helminth a frame if I can just use it base kit. Dante and Jade's kits are really, really rounded out, actually. I think their kits are probably some of the best in the game right now, just off of pure versatility. But that shouldn't just be like those two frames. It took Ureli a solid while before they gave her an augment that made her viable to Helminth. And I know people like don't use Ureli with Marilena, which is insane to me, first off. That doesn't give me extra, yeah. Base. Which is insane to me, because Marilena is probably one of the strongest defense reduction characters in the game, combining that with adaptation. But it took how long for us to get those augments? It took like 2 years. So I don't know. I wish more more frames had better rounded kits. Because it's kind of gotten to the point where if you bring up genuine discussion about some stuff, people kind of just tell you, oh, Helminth, Sevagoth, like Marilena. I feel like I should have been visible. Like Loyal Man. Oh, yeah, because of the control mode. That would have been good. It would have felt
like Wisp's was it her 3 or 2?
I forget which one. The Wisp mode where you can like send it past and it's invisible and it draws fire and stuff like that. Genuinely such a good ability. And then like Sevagoth is just not my kind of frame in general. I'm not extremely good at articulating why, because I'm not entirely sure. I just kind of just don't like playing him. Do I even have him? My friend gifted me a second one. But like this is fine. Like Reap is fine because it just like goes ahead and does it. Like a lot of this just doesn't. His 4, it feels like his 4 could have just been an email. I don't know why it was extremely important for it to be an exalted weapon. Maybe just because like they're like, oh well, people really like when we do exalted weapons, and like I understand that, I get that, but also I don't know. I don't want to sit here and do that. High voltage? Why was I running? Viral electric. Why was I running electric on this? There we go. Viral heat. Is this anything? Viral heat radiation. Honestly, I don't know. Who's this? Gonna. Yeesh, I didn't realize how. Retaxing events, all status effects in a single instance. Targeted cat kills. Not moving. Okay. I can actually hop off. I was doing a lot today, so not in game, but like in general. But yeah, no, I should probably like sit down and record stuff again. What's there to do real quick? I can do the story quest at some point off stream. I'm not good enough at Inaros. Lavos feels awful to play. I don't know if I ever talked about Mirage. No, I did the video, that was pretty good. Corvix, I want some quality of life. I guess I could talk about Zaku, but he's so oversaturated. I don't know. Like, a lot of these frames are just really hard to... I might just record some stuff that I have to edit and put together. Zephyr's always fun. Oh yeah, Zephyr is a blast. I loved figuring out stuff to make her overpowered. Persian's axe effectiveness. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. I might put together like an edited video.
I might start streaming more again. I got other games I need to stream. I put like a lot of my actual streaming stuff on hold to play Warframe, and then I just never got back to it. So, I don't know. Oh, God. Back fucking hurts. It's killing me.
Yeah. Got Limbo, so that's what matters. I don't really need anybody else that's here, I think. At least they made him look good. I'm not a big fan of his original design. I'm very happy that this looks good. I think Nautilus looks good too in the Prime color set. Limbo, Mesa, Ember, Rhino. That's if you buy them, right? And Neza and Octavia start, so. I think I've been streaming for over an hour now. So I'm going to hop off. I've not talked that much in a while. Thank you guys for stopping in. This is very, very cool to talk to people and ramble, because that's what I love to do, I guess. Do that a lot. Yeah. I don't know when I'm streaming again. Smile. Have a good one.